Thanks, Joe. Increasingly, consumers, developers, and mobile operators won't just pick a phone. They're really choosing a platform. Today, we're working hard and have worked successfully with OEM partners like Samsung, LG, Dell, HTC, who we've worked with now for about 14 years, and many others to deliver incredible phone experiences to customers. These partners are critical for us and for the end consumer, and they've been such a big part of the success we've had with Windows phones so far. Mobile operator partners like AT&T, Deutsche Telekom, T-Mobile, Orange, Telefonica, O2, Vodafone, and 50 others around the globe have brought Windows Phone products to market. We're working to be sure that the mobile operator can add value over and above connectivity and distribution and customer service. Windows Phone will continue to be the best place for mobile operators to add value. And there's certainly a lot of things that we're hearing from the operators and the GSMA community in that regard. We've created relationships with software developers and service developers. We built, as I said, on the Visual Studio Foundation to jumpstart the process, to make it easier for developers to build with the tools they already know. We saw more applications on day one for Windows Phone than any other new phone introduced at the time. Still a lot of work to do. But today, just 4 months after Windows Phone first shipped, consumers can choose from over 8,000 applications in the marketplace, and it's rising at a very, very rapid rate. Over 30,000 developers have registered in our marketplace, and we've had over 1 million software developers download our Visual Studio Toolkit for the Windows Phone, all of which I think bears promise for the range of interesting things that you'll see on the phone, not counting what we'll start to see for HTML5 sites that use the kind of technology that Joe showed you at such high performance inside Internet Explorer for Windows Phone. We're off to a strong start. We know we've got a lot of work to do. And the Windows Phone platform, like any other healthy platform, will only thrive with scale and with variety. As Windows Phones evolve, we're going to work with our partners to bring their innovations, their best innovations, more rapidly into our platform, while also working to ensure that their innovation doesn't lead to the kind of fragmentation for developers that other platforms in the phone arena are currently experiencing. That's going to allow more phone designs at a broader range of price points and more exciting new applications and experiences for Windows Phone customers than we can imagine. On Friday, we announced a very important new partnership with Nokia. In this partnership, Microsoft is providing our powerful Windows Phone platform and our back-end services, many of which we had a chance to show you today. Nokia has incredible capabilities that are well known to everybody in the audience, whether it's industrial design, deep expertise in key areas like camera and sensor technology, broad, very efficient supply chain capabilities. We're sure from that base that Nokia is going to be able and will deliver absolutely phenomenal Nokia Windows phones. Additionally, the maps and location-based technologies that Nokia has built will now be used broadly in Bing, not just on Nokia Windows phones, not just on Nokia Windows phones and all other Windows phones, but will be used in our Bing services broadly across all of the target platforms, PC, phone, TV, wherever Bing goes in the future. Nokia's involvement with Windows Phone will drive volume, will create new innovations and new products, and will accelerate the adoption of the Windows Phone platform. I think that the additional energy that comes with this Nokia announcement to Windows Phones will help consumers get new hardware, fresh choices, and amazing services. I wanted to invite today up on stage with me Stephen Elop, the CEO of Nokia, to give you a little bit of his perspective on this important new partnership for both companies. Stephen.
Thank you and good afternoon. It's truly a pleasure to address you here today at a moment that we think is pretty significant in how we see the evolution of the mobile industry evolve. You've heard me talk about in a number of forums that the world is shifting from a battle of devices to a war of ecosystems. And with the announcement that we made jointly with Microsoft just a couple of days ago, it's very clear the selection we've made as it relates to that war. As you read all of the press and the analyst commentary, of which there's been a little bit over the last couple of days, it is the case that there's a common theme emerging that I want to focus on. And that is that Microsoft and Nokia together represent a natural partnership. People are getting it. And they're getting it for a variety of reasons. First of all, if you think about the device experience, Nokia brings iconic hardware, incredible industrial design, and we're matching that up and bringing that together with a leading operating system platform for the future, with an amazing amount of capability that you saw demonstrated here today. And between the two of us, we have the understanding of what it means to take it from where it is today, even more broadly, down through the pricing continuum, so that we have the opportunity to deliver an entire portfolio and range of devices the world over. So that's an incredible bit of symmetry and the complementary nature of the relationship, a very powerful element. A second point of symmetry relates to the area of our global reach, our distribution, the power of our brand, the volumes that we bring, and what we can do to strengthen the Windows ecosystem, while at the same time getting the support from Microsoft to help us address some of our challenges, which of course relates to re-entering the US market in a compelling way, where Windows Phone has already had a strong start. So there's an opportunity there. And of course, the third point of symmetry relates to the services area that Steve referenced here a few moments ago. We bring mapping, location-based services, the capability to do local advertising, and a variety of other things together with things like Bing Search, Office for Productivity, Xbox, and a variety of other things, and thereby form that third ecosystem. Because again, what our consumers are purchasing today is a combination of all of those things, a single user experience that is a combination of all of those pieces. And together we've been able to bring those together to create that third ecosystem. But if you were to sum it all up, what we're able to do through this relationship, is to ensure that we deliver products that are more competitive, which of course is what it's all about. Now, it is our belief that this is good news for operators. It's good news for operators because we're in a situation where we can actually create that third ecosystem and create an entirely different dynamic than that which was appearing to be forming as it relates to the actions of those other ecosystems. And you understand what I mean in terms of the importance of that balance, because that balance also allows operators to deliver more choice to the ultimate consumer, which is important. It is also the case that for operators, Nokia has had a long-standing relationship with operators all over the world. We understand what it means to be the most friendly partner to operators. We know what we have to do. And this is an area where we will be contributing our strength and our knowledge, our engineering and other assets to allow the Windows Phone ecosystem to be unquestionably the most operator-friendly ecosystem that exists today. That's clearly part of it. We also think this is very good news for developers. It's good news for developers because we can bring a scale operation, a large number of devices and opportunities to reach customers all over the world through what Nokia will deliver to this partnership through our broad reach and distribution. Microsoft has a very modern collection of tools to help developers move in that direction. Nokia contributes things like operator billing and other forms of monetization that are not available through any of the other ecosystems. So we bring those pieces together. And of course, finally, and most importantly, we think this is great for consumers. Iconic hardware, stellar software, combined with unique services, the third ecosystem. We're thrilled to have this opportunity. So, there's been a lot of news, a lot of things going on. Our focus today shifts to delivering those first devices and changing the industry. Thank you very much, everybody.
I certainly want to thank Stephen for joining us here today. Nokia's support will help Windows Phone overall to build strength versus the other mobile platforms or ecosystems. That's not just good for Nokia, that's actually good for all of our handset partners. Additional unit volumes has increasing return for Windows Phone developers as well. And of course, operators want more alternatives that are at real scale, that enable the operator to add value. And as Stephen has said, from the Nokia perspective, I'll say from the Microsoft perspective, Windows Phone will be the most operator-friendly platform available. Today, customers are falling in love with Windows Phones. And this year, we're investing significantly to continue popularizing the product. We're making Windows Phones even better, whether it's Internet Explorer 9 or multitasking, the integration of Twitter and SkyDrive, and much, much more, actually, that we'll share later this year as we bring next-generation phones to market with our hardware partners, with Samsung, with LG, with HTC, with Dell, with Nokia.